Hello and welcome to Minecraft. This is a world that I wanted to learn how to build. I was following a tutorial by Bdoubleo, at least in a general sense. A couple of his tutorials, and then some stuff that I've just found in general on my own. And I created this place. So I even created the environment. I used a creative test world, flat world, to create this whole thing. So I've modified everything here. The whole world is... or the whole place is designed in a practical sense. Hi, dog. And so I'm just going to give you a little tour of this place. So you come in on this little path that goes out into the void. Just about, void would, I guess, would be if I went down there. And yes, I am in survival apparently right now, even though this is a creative test world. Did have to test it by going into survival, so. But you got a little path here. I've actually used string to control these guys so that they look different heights and everything. I got a little hammock here. This is the closest thing I could think of for a hammock. I wish they had half slabs of wool. Would have looked better. But hey, it's at least practical. I made a little wall of trees around the outside of the house so that you couldn't get... so prying eyes can't see what you're doing. This is the main entrance. I've got a big window, which if you're used to using elytras, you could actually fly in and out of if you really wanted to try and risk it. I did do it once. I almost killed myself. Got the little dog house here with the dog. A little stable for the horse. Some food for the animals. Some little place of pigs. Got a tiny little garden in the back. Little archery range, which I can just pull a bow down from here and then go... Oh, I don't have any arrows. But that part I should have figured out, but normally I can shoot targets over here. Got a little blacksmithing stations. Got your anvil up here, which is actually functioning as a vent for the fire, which is lava in this case. Got the grindstone up there for when you need to grind something down. Stone cutter for when you need to cut some stone. And it's actually built with a bunch of furnaces, so there's 4 furnaces here as well as a cauldron. And this shulker box is hidden into the foundation of the house so that you can access if you needed extra anvils, since they do break. The anvil's being held up there by a string, which you can see if you get really close, but if you don't get close, you're not going to notice it. This is supposed to basically look like a hammer for working on the little stations here. And then, yep, the hammock again. And that's the outside of this place. I will do a fly around before the end. So the first room is right here. I actually used crafting tables for the floor, which I thought had an interesting pattern and also functionally allows you to do crafting. Got a little table and chair here. And if you come into the little bit of storage with some fancy furniture and stuff, makes it look nice. And then here we got the kitchen. The windows got some blinds on them. Got a towel rack over here. All the shelving, nice and has handles. And yeah, the pigs are being loud. And yes, there's a bird and a cat here somewhere too. Got a little stove set up with the vent above it again. Lighting in this room. Little plant. Brewing station for if you need to do any sort of brewing. And you come out in here. We'll go upstairs first. There is a downstairs area, though, that I have a little elevator system set up for there. So here you can grab a CD, and you can just toss that in, and you get some nice music here. Apparently, that popped off that way, but there's our little bird dancing to the music. I couldn't get him to not be up there for some reason. He wanted to be up there. You got a little bit of storage in here and a nice little painting in the wall. Reason this wall is like this is because if you actually open this up, that goes right into the kitchen. Paintings all over the place, even on the stairs. Little railing for the stairs. Used a blackstone staircase to make a little office chair, and this is supposed to be basically a little computer. Got the loom over here by the window where you can just look out and see what you want. A bunch of little light posts. These are supposed to be like a modern lamp type thing. Bedroom's in here, and here's where our little cat's sitting. We got our journal next to our bed with a little table, little double bed, and a chest that we can't access because, you know, cat. And then because I have a real sword hanging over my bed, I put it over my bed in here too. I'm not sure why I put that there, actually. It doesn't look bad, though. Just call it a curtain. And then our walk-in closet with all of our armors. I got a little Fletcher's table in here, too. Not that that currently has a purpose. These are pull-up shelving, so that's why they're laid out a little bit differently. Got a bow and an axe up against the wall. And little plants everywhere. Plants are all varied. Got a bamboo over here, tulip over there. There was a couple of sea pickles over here. Of course, these are supposed to be basically like vases and mugs. There's a wither rose in this one. Fern over here, cactus over there, mushroom over there. Yeah, I got different types of plants. Now our cool little dark room is down here. And this is because I felt like I needed something practical. So we're going to drop down. And you can enter in here. And you got this magical little cultist room where you can do your enchanting. And then you could store your lapis and books in these areas. There are bookshelves behind the paintings. So this is a fully charged thing. If you put this in here, you can get level 30 enchantments. And then this one will take you back up. You want to close this door, though, before you go up. Otherwise, it's going to be very hard to close. You pop that up, and you're back up here. Close that. That one I closed on the way down. So that's a little tour of the whole house. Give me just a second. Game mode. Creative. And I'll give a little flyabout. So you got a nice window with the shutters here. And you do have a chimney with the smoke coming out of it, which I actually used sulfires for. And yeah, if you come up here, looks like it's covered, but it's just trapdoors. And I know it's a little odd that I'm using white trapdoors in the chimney that's got a black soot-covered top to it, but it is what it is. Ignore that mess over there. That was me checking for color palettes. Which I might try to adventure more into at some point. But also, all the trees have lights built into them, or not all of them, but enough of them that everything's lit up here. Let me see if I can set time. We're going to set it to midnight so you can see what this looks like at night. The outside, you can see this is actually all still lit up. The way this is all lit up is between the trees that have the little lights in them, which you can kind of see a little bit. Not all of them have lights in it. But the other thing is you may notice there's some carpets here. And the carpets, if you pick them up, some of them have sea lanterns under them. Not all of them. So that way it varies and you just don't always assume that there's a thing under them. And then there's some carpets in there. That's some green concrete. I forget what this one is. Lime terracotta blocks. He's got some sea lanterns under his thing there. I actually used these warped trapdoors essentially to symbolize vines without the whole house getting covered, because if you use actual vines, they will just spread all over the house. And much as the string thing does work on vines too, I'm pretty sure, I just didn't feel like trying to put strings all over to line up the vines the way I wanted to. But that is the house that I built. Again, I was following tutorials by Bdoubleo100, trying to get at least a loose inspiration for it, but for the most part, the design is my own. The color palette I came up with myself. I think I actually did a pretty good job for the first time really focusing on designing a building. So this is the first time, I'm actually looking at you and not at the game, but I don't know how much you can actually tell the difference. Camera's just above the monitor that I'm using. So this is actually a test video, essentially, to see how everything came out. I don't know if this will actually go up or anything, but I've got a full recording going for this. So hopefully everything will come out smoothly. If you like the video, please leave it a like. I would like to know that people actually like what I'm doing here. I won't say that I'm going to be able to do buildings like this all the time. This took me about 6 hours to do in all total. And yeah, these are supposed to be basically like street lights. Not very tall, but they worked. But anyways, so yeah, I keep getting distracted. I think I did a really good job here. You can see even through the window, you got the little plants. Some of these have crossbars in them. There's other ones that have curtains in them. Oh, and there's another little hidden chest in the ground that you don't really notice too much. And then these are the new nether sprouts that I used to give some color to the grass. I used bone meal to give grass, though, near the trees. Keep it slightly generic there. Oh, and this is supposed to be like an air conditioner. I thought I didn't do a bad job with that. So there's an air conditioning unit in my house. Alright. I will, if I do post this video, I'll try to make sure I leave links to the tutorials by Bdoubleo in the description. And we're going to try to do a fly-in to my window that I mentioned you can do. I will probably die in the process, which I'm honestly fine with. This is creative. I can always just give myself the stuff back. Ow. And if you're wondering how that window is formed, that's just 4 stairs. That's all it is. Nothing fancy there. There we go. I'm in my house without opening the door. Alright, so that's it for this episode. If you liked it, again, leave a like. Leave a comment if you got any suggestions for future videos. I have been playing a lot of Minecraft lately, so I do want to start a world that I will do video recordings for from scratch. But I'm going to do that when 1.16 officially comes out. I've been playing a lot around with that, and I definitely like 1.16. And in case you're wondering, yes, I'm fairly new to Minecraft. I've only been playing it for a little less than a year. So I think I came in when 1.14 was pretty much little after that came out, I think. So, all right, have a good afternoon. Enjoy yourself. Take it easy. It's a crazy world out there. Try to relax. Goodbye.